Hello guys, my name is Nestor Armstrong and I'm part of the Etoro Popular Investor Program. In our youth, we are taught that, among many other things, patience is a virtue. And as we grow older, one would think that we grow more patient, but I have realized during the years that it's actually the other way around. We want things now, not later. We want to be somebody now. We want to be rich now. We want to achieve great things right now. And the same applies with investments. We chase after those hot stocks, those instruments which offer higher returns in a short amount of time. These stocks work for a time until they're not so hot or in demand anymore. Then they begin a steady path for which many of them is no longer a rush, a gambit. Or worse, they fail miserably and then sell, funneling out what little they have left at the worst possible time. They want to think that growth comes from a secret way, from some secret manner that billionaires and millionaires only them know about. The stock market is not a get-rich-fast scheme. It's a tool that allows investments to grow your money, like a tree rather than a rocket or a sports car. Now, to some, that might be boring, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Investing should be like watching paint dry or watching grass grow. Now, for you watching this, I don't know what you're after. If you're after financial freedom, financial security, or you're like me that you need to build a nest egg since you're not going to get a pension anytime soon. These are all valid reasons to start investing, and the younger you start, the better. I started investing when I learned that nobody, not even the government, was going to look after me when I'm old. So I used my own money and I invested in a portfolio to generate wealth. You may be in a similar situation, or you may be in an entirely different one. The point is that you should start investing right now and have your money work for you instead of you working for the money. I've placed my money into instruments and created a portfolio that I believe will be able to outperform the Standard & Poor's 500 index fund. If you see my portfolio, you'll see that it's basically divided into three major blocks: bonds, commodities, and stock ETFs. I'm convinced that the true path to wealth is not price points, but buying into great companies, and I've developed over the years a strategy of picking up great companies and watching them grow. But as I've been trying to simplify and to the same time hedge my portfolio, I found ETFs, which is exchange traded funds, that were heavy in such companies while exposing me to a whole array of companies that might or might not do well in the future, but at the same time are performing well, and it is in very small quantities. Still, having an array of companies in our portfolio allows us to protect ourselves from bad news or a bad quarter from one single stock. The two main gainers and pillars of this portfolio are the Vanguard Growth ETF, also known as VUG, and the Vanguard Information Technology ETF, also known as VGT. The first is exposed to major tech companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Facebook, while VGT, or the Vanguard Information Technology ETF, is exposed to companies such as Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and even our newcomer, Zoom Technologies. The remainder of our ETFs are divided into bonds. They are both backed by the Vanguard Group and are divided into several maturity rates. They are there as predictable returners and stabilizers for our portfolio. Since both of our stock ETFs contain stocks that are highly traded and sometimes develop heavy swings depending on the market. Finally, the Miners ETF GDX is there to hedge against both inflation and stock market turmoil, to which even the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett, has admitted might be a good idea, despite him complaining about the ineffectiveness of gold in the past. With this, I've created a 5 ETF portfolio of diverse companies with a series of stabilizers and inflation protection. And although the gains are always nice, they are always welcome, some people often overlook volatility and risk, which are thrilling when you gamble, but are very undesirable when building wealth over the long term. My plan is to continue to increase my account balance and reinvest dividends and gains. I'm able to do so with my business and another consulting job that I have. So, as you can see, really the secret of generation of wealth is to have several income streams. And eToro facilitates a very important one that every person, regardless of age, sex, profession, or race, should have. The earlier you start investing, the better your life will be later. If I could give myself an advice 10 years, 20 years ago even, would be put your money into the stock market. Put the money into a platform that you believe in, that you have confidence in, and watch your money begin to grow. You are always welcome to copy me in order to increase your wealth, or perhaps if you're looking to diversify your portfolio a little bit. These are strange times, but if we work together, I'm sure we'll be able to build a better tomorrow. Welcome to eToro, the best platform to trade and invest. So stay safe and trade smart.